Durbania. I'm Durbin.
And I'm Jared.
What's up, Jared?
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you, sir?
Good. Well, with Wonder Woman out this weekend,
Yes.
and what was it, a week ago now, the Arrowverse shows all had their finales, and they all concluded.
All done.
Yes, it's all done. So I figure now that the shows are over, we've seen their cliffhangers, it is time for us to talk about next season.
Yes.
Kind of our predictions and our hopes for next season.
Yes.
So for all the Arrowverse shows. So let's begin right now with DC's Legends of Tomorrow. What are our predictions and our hopes? So my hope is nothing because I quit watching the show.
Yeah, same here.
All right, so that takes care of DC Legends of
Awesome.
Tomorrow. Yeah!
Woo!
All right! Woo! Oh. So,
Oh, jeez.
Arrow.
Arrow.
And Arrow left us with
Oh.
quite the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
quite
with the island blowing up with Team Arrow
yeah. It
on
was,
there, with Chase shooting himself in the head, so it blew up
Yeah.
the whole island.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
only Oliver and his kid live.
Yeah, it was.
Can I give you a prediction right now?
Give me one.
None of his team is dead. None of them.
No, I kind of guessed that. Too.
Yeah, I did
it's
too, yeah.
it's kind of obvious, man. You know, they do these things, and you know, it'd be awesome if we actually came back and you started from scratch.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, no team at all. But that would be sad, though, because I like Diggle. And
Keep Diggle.
I would always want Diggle. See, I don't like Team Arrow. That's why I like seasons 1 and
that's the
2
problem.
of Arrow.
That's the
and I
problem.
didn't mind when there was an Arsenal or a Red Arrow, because I didn't feel like they took focus away from what the
I
show
like
was
their
about.
characters.
And their
though.
characters
Yeah,
were good.
yeah.
But, like, the thing that I did not like about Season 5, and I
Yes.
liked Season 5
Yes.
better than 3 and 4,
Yeah, I could see that.
and but what I didn't like was we have to split our focus. It has to be about this team.
I personally, I liked, oh my gosh, what's his name? The guy who
Wild Dog?
No, who pretty much taught him everything on the island.
Oh,
Wait, starts with a D. He had the mask. Deathstroke! That's his name. Dude, Deathstroke. He
Yeah.
surprised me.
Oh yeah, this season when he came back?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, when I was watching it, I was like, okay, so obviously Oliver needs help. So who is he going to pull?
Yeah.
I was like, well, they've been mentioning Gotham a lot, but I doubt they're going to pull Batman.
No, I would
You know,
never pull
that
him,
would be
which they
freaking
should.
awesome.
They did do some good Batman
Oh, they
drops
did.
there. Like
I would've
Batman might
loved it.
exist somewhere in this universe, but
no, they gave you little hints. But then I saw Deathstroke and I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if he was part of Team Arrow, I'd be down with that.
Especially what they did at the end of the season. The Mirror Crew is
Yeah.
wearing off, so his
he's
sanity
sane?
is
Yeah.
restored, and he's like,
I'm sorry for everything I've done.
kid, for what I was.
Sorry, kid. He's Australian.
Yes.
Whatever it
Yeah,
is.
I can't
don't
do
know.
accents.
But I can't either.
Yeah.
But I loved him.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. So I'll take him, Diggle, and then you can kill everyone.
Yeah, I'm kind of with that. Like,
Yeah.
the show is about Arrow, and what I
Yes.
loved about seasons 1 and 2 was how awesome it was when it was about him
Just
saving
focused
the
on
city.
him. Yeah.
You know, season 1, he was a killer. Season 2, he was learning how to do it by not being a killer and being tested by Slade Wilson the whole
Right.
way through. And it was
Right.
like, oh my gosh.
Right.
Like, that was some powerful stuff.
It
Season
was.
3 and 4 is where it lost me, and then
Yeah.
now we're so focused on the team that we're like everything is divided into these little mini dramas. We have to have this Olicity mini drama. We have to have
not again.
this whole
Oh.
mini drama of Wild Dog. We have to have and this mini drama with I don't know whoever else we could come
I
up
know.
with.
Some things I did like. I think it was leading up like the last 3 episodes. So, you know, Felicity got in that accident and then
Yeah.
she wasn't able to walk, all that stuff. I thought it was
That was
cool.
the EMP, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool how they reminded you about that.
Yep.
You know how sometimes like plots they'll happen and then it's like, okay, that was kind of we kind of
Yes.
forgot that even happened.
Yeah.
But it was cool to be reminded that, you know,
She can only
actually
move.
can't walk anymore,
Yeah.
you know. And I was kind of hoping to go a little bit further, you know, that she would just die.
Yeah.
But as you could tell, I don't really like
Yeah.
Felicity very much.
Yeah. Well, it's because she was the best character, and then they ruined it with the
They
Olicity
did.
drama.
They really did.
And now what I would actually like them to do is if you could just get rid of Felicity,
Right.
and make Mr. Terrific the computer guy. Because
Yes.
I don't like his superhero costume. It's terrible.
Oh, it's horrible.
I like his T-spheres though. Those are cool.
What is he wearing on his face? Is that tar?
I think it's a T. Yeah.
It's like,
Is it
looks
tar?
like
What is that?
I'm like,
Anyway,
what is that crap
you know-
on your face?
But anyway, him as like
Yeah.
the new Felicity, being a tech person at the base, coming up with cool little gadgets
Yes.
like the T-spheres, or him coming up, like if he was to be in there, come up with trick arrows for Oliver and things
That'd
like that.
be cool, which he could.
Yeah, make him the Cisco of Arrow.
Yeah.
And get rid of the Olicity drama and
Yes.
have him just be that. But we
Yes.
know that's not going to happen.
No.
So, all right, predictions for Arrow season 6. We're done with flashbacks.
Ooh.
What?
Yes. First of all, let's just like ponder that for a second. We are done with flashbacks.
Yes.
The horrible flashbacks that have nothing to do with the episode at hand.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
thank you, God. Okay.
Yes.
First of all, predictions. Oh man. Well, I would like to see kind of a fresh start. I know we've kind of done that all over again
With season 5, yeah.
With season 5, but we are caught up.
Yeah.
With all the flashbacks and everything. So it'd be nice to kind of get a fresh depiction of how everything is. It would be nice to see Curtis kind of step up in that role.
Yeah.
Which they've kind of hinted, I think, because, you know, Renee, I think, always tells him, you suck in the field.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
And he's not good in the field. He gets his butt kicked, he gets shot, he gets stabbed. You
Yeah.
know, it's like, just stop, dude.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree.
But I think out of all his villains that Oliver's dealt with, I think Chase messed with him mentally in a way that no one has before.
I agree, but I didn't like Chase. I lost interest when it was revealed Chase was Prometheus. Number one, because I thought it was freaking obvious Chase was Prometheus.
Super obvious.
The
Happened
new
way too
guy
fast.
in the office, it's like,
Yeah.
come on. I mean, obviously that's Chase.
Yeah.
Now, what Flash did that was smart, we'll get into this more,
Yes.
was, you know, you figure out who Savitar's prophet is, and, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so you have that really cool first big reveal, and for half the season you have, how are we going to stop this prophet guy? How are we
Which
gonna
that was more
Yeah.
of a like suspense. I really honestly didn't know up until kind of a few episodes before they revealed it, like that it was him.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's good
Yeah.
story writing.
But then once they did that, they divided the season in half, and the second half became about saving Iris.
Right,
So, like, they
yeah.
kind of divided up the mission
Right.
while still being about the same villain and the same thing. And with Prometheus, they didn't do that.
Right.
And then it was really obvious that Chase and Prometheus were the same person. So when the big reveal happened, to me,
Yes.
that just was not a big reveal. It's like,
No.
yeah, come on. We saw that coming about a
Obvious.
mile away. And then they didn't really kind of divide up the tension of the season or the threat of the season. So after a long time, it's just like, okay.
I would kind of
Come
like
on.
to see Oliver kind of, which we'll talk about this with Flash, but kind of less broody.
Yeah, I like him being darker and more violent.
I like him killing people. Yeah, I do.
But I agree.
do.
He doesn't
Yeah.
need to always be brooding and in a
No.
bad mood. He just
No.
needs to be focused and know what he needs to do and be violent about it. And he doesn't need to be
You hear
brooding.
that, Stephen Amell? That's all we want.
I don't think it's his fault. You hear that, Arrow writers?
Yeah, Arrow writers. That's what we want. Make
Yes.
it happen.
Less
Yeah.
brooding, more. No, I know what needs to be done, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna get the job done.
Right.
Yes, I like that a lot.
I think that would be a nice take, especially with everything that he's been through this season.
Yeah,
And
I think Arrow should be gritty.
it should be gritty because we don't have Batman.
Yes,
So someone's gotta do it.
This is our Dark Knight right
Yes.
here. This is in
Yes.
this verse. This is our Dark Knight.
He
so,
even tries to pull kind of the voice thing, you know.
He
You
does.
failed this city, you know,
yes,
and all that.
which is why I
stuff.
like it when he has the modulator more than when he
Yeah.
tries to do that voice.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yep.
But it'd be nice to see that. I see kind of the last episode they brought Speedy back,
Yep.
aka Thea.
Yes.
You
I wouldn't
know.
mind seeing her wear the red arrow outfit.
I
again.
like her out in the field with
Yeah,
him.
I think that'd be cool.
I think it would too.
You know what else I'd like? If they have to do Olicity, just take out the drama and let them be a thing and just let it be that. Okay? We don't want the drama. If he's in love with her and she's in love with him, then let it be and quit coming up with this weird soap opera drama. Okay? It's a superhero show. So, like,
Yeah.
so what I'd like to see is her retire as the computer person and then see Mr. Terrific take over as the computer and gadget builder
could
and
be
be
a
the Cisco
homemaker.
of the show. Well, she could be anything other than a
Yeah.
source of drama.
I just don't want to see her.
Yeah.
You know,
I think I agree with
they
that.
just ruined it.
They did.
They have.
They did.
And
like, I want to see it return to what it was in seasons 1 and 2, but
can't.
they ruined it. But if they have to be allicity, just take out the relationship drama.
Yes.
Let them be allicity, and
Yes.
then let's let Mr. Terrific be the dude behind the scenes making really cool gadgets, because I like his gadgets and I like his humor.
Yes.
I just hate his costume.
Do that. Bring Deathstroke into the fold.
Yeah.
Bring him back.
Make Deathstroke good. Take a risk, DC TV, and make
Can you
Deathstroke.
imagine how much death there will be?
Oh.
That'd be awesome.
All right.
Anyway,
The Flash.
Yes. Oh,
Let's talk about The Flash. Yeah.
the best DC show on television,
Oh, yes. Yes.
in my opinion.
Yes. If I had to pick a weakness for season 3, the weakness was a brooding Barry Allen. What I liked. So he created Flashpoint, which is fine. Comic book.
Okay. Yes.
What I also liked was, he did a lot of bad things, and it caused a lot of bad chain reactions,
Right.
and he had to learn to accept his mistakes, forgive himself, and move on.
Yes.
That is a huge, awesome plot point, because that's a hard thing to do in real life, to forgive yourself.
People in real life don't even do that.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I liked that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mind Barry having to learn to forgive himself. That
Yeah.
was a cool plot.
It's hard to do that.
And it's hard to do that fine line, because what we loved about Flash in seasons 1 and 2 is he's so happy and hopeful,
Yeah.
and he's funny,
Yes,
and
he is.
and he's borderline corny, but all of that
Yeah.
it gives it this nice little charm.
Yes.
And it's hard to do that tension between he has to learn to forgive himself and grow up a little bit, and keeping that hopeful, innocent charm.
Right.
And I get it. I understand that is a hard tension to have. But they crossed too far over on the other line, I
Yeah,
think, for
they
a
did.
huge chunk of this season.
They poured
And-
a little bit too much.
yeah, and he is not the Green Arrow. He
No,
is happy
no.
and hopeful. And this whole
Yeah.
season, he always walked with his head down.
Yeah,
and he
he
was
did.
always talking with such a serious tone.
Well, that's my fault.
And he was mad at everybody all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah. Constantly blamed himself for Caitlyn.
Yep.
Caitlyn Snow. It was kind of his fault about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to predict
Predicted.
things
Do it.
are okay. I'm gonna do it right now.
Do it now.
I think with what are we, season 4 now?
Yes, season 4.
Wow, season 4. Okay. Hopefully, we all know Barry's coming back.
Of course.
I mean,
Come on.
I think it would be awesome. We were even talking about this with Flashpoint. It lasted an episode,
Yeah.
one episode,
Yeah, that was it.
and I was like, "Give me more of that."
Yes. It would have been fun to watch a rich Cisco. And,
yeah, he played it well.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to see that.
If we spent, even just 2 extra episodes.
Yes.
Just a few
Yes.
extra episodes inside Flashpoint where we
Yeah.
got to meet those different things where Savitar and his prophet were
Yes.
trying to restore their powers to.
Yes.
That would have been cooler.
It would have been.
Yeah.
So, Flash directors, listen to this. Give us 5 episodes with no Grant Gustin. 5 episodes. But the 4th episode, right before the 5th, do like a cliffhanger of him coming out of the Speed Force again. Let us have a little bit of time with Wally as the Flash, taking up the mantle, changing, my name's Wally West. I received my powers from,
Yeah.
the Sorcerer's Stone, which is a total knockoff of Harry Potter. I'm
And of course
sorry.
we have Malfoy in this.
I know. Maybe
Malfoy seeking
Right.
the Sorcerer's Stone. It
I
was
was
so
like,
great.
Maybe that was a nod to that.
I don't know.
I'm okay to let that go.
I don't even know if that is a comic book storyline.
I don't think so.
But it was so great.
Yeah, it
it's like,
was.
oh,
It
look
was.
at that.
I was
Harry
like,
Potter
oh,
villain,
this-
and he's a villain the
oh.
first half of the season, and he wants the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah,
oh,
I like
my gosh.
that. I like
Yes.
that. But let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's let it sit for a little bit, and then have him come out, and then have Barry a little more hopeful, less brooding.
Yep.
Because technically, he went to, I guess, Speedster Heaven.
Yeah.
His mom came
Which
and
I
got
thought that
him.
was a very interesting ending for the season,
Yes,
because
I
they
did too.
ended the entire plot of the bad guy. So
It's
nothing
done.
about Savitar carried over to the next season.
No.
But
They destroyed him.
But I was sitting there thinking, well, you got Jay Garrick out of the Speed Force, and the Speed Force
Right.
requires a
prisoner.
speedster in there, and so
Someone.
what's going to happen? And then I forgot about it because the ending was so happy, and
Right.
then all of a sudden it's like,
Yeah.
it's coming for Barry.
Yeah.
But, so here's kind of my prediction.
Okay,
So in
okay.
season 2, when he was taken into the Speed Force, and he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders,
Right.
Remember how he went through kind of that therapy and he came out like feeling great?
Yes, he did.
I am predicting that they learned their lesson, that a brooding Barry is not a fun Barry, and The Flash
Right.
is the fun show. Let's be
Yes,
honest.
it
is
is.
the fun
That's
show.
why people like it.
So, I'm going to predict when
Okay.
he comes out of the Speed Force, and he's been in the heavenly part,
Right?
that he is going to come out with a weight off his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, and I hope, and I say, we need that happy Barry
Say
back.
It. Say it.
We
Say
need
it.
the happy Barry back,
Yes, we
the
do.
hopeful Barry, the funny, corny, laughable Barry.
I know this is kind of like a little like side note, but
Yeah.
it would be nice to have Barry come out of the Speed Force and have him like fully confident in himself,
Yes.
in his powers. And I'm like, dude, Wally just got his powers and he's kicking your butt.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Like,
but then again, this was the season where he was punishing himself.
that's true. So,
So
I
he
know
could
it's a
probably-
mind thing.
He could
and
probably kick Wally's butt, but he
Yeah.
spent an entire season down on himself.
Right.
And so hopefully
So that would be refreshing.
that would be
I would like to
refreshing.
see that. I'd like to see a little more Jesse Quick.
Jesse Quick would be great.
They like
I don't
to
know why
center
they
off
keep
to
finding
season,
Yeah.
to
Earth
Earth
3.
3
Yeah.
because Jay Garrick was in prison.
Yeah.
So someone had to defend Earth 3. But I was like, dude, so after that episode, like, you never saw her again.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of lame. I kind of liked her. She
Yep.
added something to the...
I do have a prediction here too.
Okay.
For season 4. We know Barry's going to come out of the Speed Force.
Oh, come
we
on.
know that.
Yeah.
Which means somebody has to go in.
Right.
And I feel like that's going to be a theme. Which means there is a chance that we'll get one episode of Barry with all the weight of the world off his shoulders, and then the next episode he'll be back to brooding a little
Oh,
bit because
no.
somebody has to take his place. So I have a feeling.
Here's what I think, though. I think Jay's time is done.
Oh yeah, like as the Flash.
Yeah.
So like let him go back.
Let him die. You know? He's like old. You know? I'm not against to any old, viewers. I'm
Right,
just
right.
saying. Like, he's lived his life. Like, be the sacrifice.
Yep.
And
Let Grant Gustin come and rule the multiverse.
it's his time.
It is his time.
So
I can live with
I
that.
don't know.
Do you think we'll get a new HR this next season?
I think they're going to bring in Earth 2 HR more.
Okay.
Because if you remember, at the end season finale, Barry went up to him and asked, would you mind staying here?
Yeah.
And he said, for you, Barry, I would.
Yes, you bet.
And
You almost
so,
said BA, didn't you?
I did.
That's
in
the wrong
reference
HR.
To,
The wrong HR.
in reference to the fallen HR.
That was my favorite
He was
HR.
my favorite.
You know,
He
okay.
was a sweet
So
guy.
I
you know?
probably would have been a little emotional if it was really Iris that died, but the fact that
I was excited, and then I got mad because I was like, "That's not Iris! You lied to me! I knew it wasn't.
oh my gosh.
Like, she's alive. No, gosh. In superhero shows, take out the girls. Take them out. It ruins the show. That's my 2 cents.
Oh my gosh, Jared, you're awesome.
Just makes me so mad. It creates the drama. I get it.
Yeah.
They have to have a love interest, but it's just like, oh, guys, come on.
But why can't it be fun like HR and his girl at the end of season 3?
I wanted to
that
see
was
more
fun.
of that. I
Like,
really
what
did.
was her name? I keep forgetting her name.
Tracy?
Tracy, yes.
Was it Tracy?
I
Yeah.
think so. But those two were just so great.
Yeah. They
And I would
finished
like to
each
see
other's
more of that.
sentences.
So then when HR was dead,
Yeah.
and not Iris, I was more distraught over HR than I was anything else. Like,
I know.
for a lot of people, like, it was so horrible to watch Iris die, and it was. I'm not going to take that away from anybody. But when it would turn out to be HR, I was, like, 10 times more devastated. I was like, no!
But I knew it wasn't her because I was like, it's not going to end like that. Come on.
I think it was either in the comments on one of my videos, and it was a prediction. It wasn't a
Yeah.
spoiler. But the prediction was they had that little face thing, and that
yeah,
it
I
was
think,
HR.
yeah. It was. It
And,
was for sure.
Hey, whoever predicted that, good job. You were right on.
Yeah,
right.
for sure.
On.
I mean, they brought it up like 4 times. So you knew, obviously,
Yeah.
it's got to play a part.
Something.
But it just kind of seems like every season not every season, but for the past 2. So the last time Barry and Iris were getting close, then he decided to screw it up and go rescue his mom.
That's the one thing
And then-
and I guess this is what you have to do in superhero shows.
Yeah.
Because this is how we keep tension alive, I
Right,
guess.
right.
Is every time, like, Clark and Lana almost got together, they drove them apart.
Oh, don't say that.
Every time Clark and Lois almost got together, they drove them apart.
Yes.
Every time Arrow and Black Canary, or every time Arrow and the other Black Canary, or every time Arrow and Felicity, they would drive them apart at the last minute, or every time Barry and Iris. It's like, it's a reoccurring theme.
You're right.
And I really do like these shows, so hear this in the right light. Stop it!
Quit
Okay?
doing it.
Anybody who knows the comics knows they end up together, so just do it. And
seen it in
figure
the
out how to
future.
have fun with that, and make the drama what we come to a superhero show for, which is the use of superhero powers.
Thank you.
Yes.
Preach it. Just get married. Stop. Just
One of my
cancel it
favorite
out.
Smallville episodes was the last episode when Clark and Lois got married.
They didn't even get married though.
They
They're
didn't.
canceled.
No, that was dumb. They postponed 7
I
years.
know. It's like.
But the part where they were walking to the...
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
But in season 10,
Oh.
when Clark and Lois got together and there was no drama about it,
Yeah.
the way they did Clark
Yeah.
and Lois and their relationship in season 10 of Smallville, to me, should be the template of how you do superhero relationships, because it wasn't will they, won't they. It's like, come on, we know they're going to end up
already know.
together, and this is the final season, and we're throwing them together. It's like, look, we know Barry and Iris are going to be together, so let's quit that.
Stop.
And let's have them get married, and let's look at season 10 of Clark and Lois together, and how awesome that was, how Lois built up Clark, how Clark built up Lois, and how that relationship was beneficial to both,
what I want.
and it made you love Lois, it made you love Clark. Let's do that. Let's make it more like that instead of, will they, won't they? Oh, they're
not
together,
hard.
drive them apart. It's like,
It's not hard.
Yes.
Just do it.
Just do it.
I heard some rumors that this season we're not going to have a speedster villain.
Finally.
But if you remember, so here's the thing. What was his name? Abracadabra. Remember him?
No.
He was
Wait, maybe.
from the 31st century or
Yes,
something.
I do.
Yeah.
One episode, yes.
Yes. He said he started naming some of the Flash's greatest foes. And he said
I forgot about that.
some of your greatest foes were Zoom, Reverse Flash,
Yeah.
Savitar, and DeVoe. And they all looked, and they're like, who's DeVoe? He's all, oh, you'll see. So DeVoe is now confirmed to be season 4.
I don't know who that is, but
I have no idea who
you know,
it is either.
as much as I want to say, yay, not a speedster, they've done a good job with their speedster villains.
They have. It's been good.
Yeah. Like,
It
there's that
hasn't-
part of me that's like, oh, a speedster again. But then the moment we get into it, it's like, all right, this show does do a good job with it, though. Like,
Yeah.
it's not bad. They do
But
a
they've
great
always
job.
been, like, better than him.
I know.
I'm just like, for once, can he just, like, be
Yes.
awesome? And I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess that's what builds the story.
I guess so.
Challenges them.
But it'll be awesome to see a different type of villain for this year.
Yes, and
Yeah.
hopefully he's super dark, which will be nice because Barry, I thought one of my favorite scenes was when, I don't know how this even makes sense, but Barry went to go get Captain Cold. I thought it was cool what he said. He said, I believe that the Flash needs to stay hopeful.
Yes.
Hope is his greatest trait.
That was the best part of the episode.
was,
and
it
well
was.
worth the show breaking its own rules
Yes.
for that, because that was
Yes,
the show breaking
That
down the
was
fourth wall. Me like, you know what,
definitely-
guys, we hear you.
we hear what you're saying. So hear us right
Yes,
now.
let's
Hear
have
us right now.
a hopeful
Yes.
season 4 Barry Allen.
We want a very hopeful Barry Allen.
Supergirl.
Yes. I'm gonna let you start this one.
Well, Supergirl, I don't know what to say about Supergirl. Supergirl has a lot of things that are okay. My wife
That's a good word.
loved
Okay.
Mon-El. She loved Mon-El.
Yes.
And, I get it to an extent. He had a fun personality,
Yeah.
but it was annoying. The relationship drama part of it was just really irritating.
Yeah.
And then
Relationships on superhero shows are always annoying.
they are. But it could be because we're guys.
That might be what it is.
But I don't know. We're guys
I guess.
who are done with college.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So we're over all that stuff.
Yes.
And we're guys that are married.
Yes.
So
and
we
it's like,
don't-
no, we don't want... So that...
Right.
In all honesty, that could feed into our superhero relationship
Exactly.
bias here. It's like,
Yes.
we're done with that phase in
I'm
our
not
lives.
daydreaming about-
We've stopped relating to that. We
No.
just want to watch superheroes.
We're done. What about Guardian?
I was actually going to ask you about that next.
I know you were.
I don't like it.
I don't like him either. Jimmy Olsen was never a superhero.
No.
Do you hear me? Do you hear me? He was never a superhero. Take pictures. That's all you did.
Yeah. And I
Do
remember in the Doomsday storyline when I read the comic book.
Yeah.
Well, I had a novel, an actual novel,
Right.
not a graphic novel. But when I read the novel, Guardian was in there. But I
But
don't.
it wasn't him.
No,
Right.
I don't.
Guardian is a part of the Justice
Yeah.
League.
I'm trying to. Do we ever know who Guardian really is, or is he just Guardian?
No, we know who he is.
I don't know
They've-
who he is.
Like different interpretations.
But maybe that's why they put Jimmy Olsen as Guardian, because, like, I mean, who knows who Guardian? I mean, he's such an obscure reference.
I
Who knows
know.
who he is? So,
But it's like, why? There's no purpose.
you know, here's the thing.
So he can feel like he's important.
I liked their build up to him being the Guardian. You know, he's best friends with Superman.
Yeah.
And I get that, not wanting to be in
And
Superman's
Kara.
shadow. Yeah,
Yeah.
and now Kara, and I get it. He doesn't want to be in their shadow. He wants.
You're
to,
human.
Yeah, I know. But
It's-
but that could have been
Ugh.
interesting. And then when you know,
Yeah.
and when Winn helps him build the suit and stuff, like
Yeah.
interesting things could have happened. I just felt like they did all this build up to give him this motivation to want to be a superhero, and
Yeah.
they did so little with it. Other than, you know, we just every once in a while, oh yeah, Guardian's around.
Well, I kind of felt like, you know, kind of going back to Mon-El, I kind of felt like they did the same thing with him.
Yeah.
You know, like it was
Yeah,
always like
season one
training.
was this huge build-up
Yeah.
and cliffhanger. Who's this guy?
Right,
Then
in
season
this
two, they
pod.
did this training. Like, who's he gonna be? Is he a villain?
Yeah.
Or what is he?
He was
And
training with Kara,
Yeah.
and then I just feel like
This
well,
weak character sitting in the
I'd
back
like-
seat.
Right.
Yes.
I kind of like to explore like his abilities because I was mad because in the comics, like he's on par with Superman.
Yeah.
Only
I don't know
he's
anything about
opposite
Mon-El.
to Lead.
But in the Superman Earth 1 comic book,
Yeah.
it's Daxor, and they come and invade Earth,
Right.
and they can go toe to toe with Superman.
Yeah,
Like,
but it didn't look like that this time.
No.
He just looked like some guy,
yeah,
like Guardian.
yeah. And they kind of just neutered him.
Yeah,
I don't know any other nicer way to say it.
that's
I'm
a
sorry.
great way to say it.
I'm
actually.
sorry, but honestly, both him and Guardian felt neutered. Like, we went through all this build up to get Guardian.
Yeah.
And then he's just in the background every once in a while fighting crime. And then we had all this build up in season 1 and some parts of season 2 for Mon-El's gonna be something. And all we got was he's the Prince of Daxam, and then, you know, he kind of yells at his mom a couple times at the end.
I wanted him to fight his mom. I think. that
Gosh,
would
I
be
mean, he
more
was
than
so weak that
Yeah.
he was gonna marry Lena Luthor instead of like.
that. Like, bro, you have some kind of power. Like,
Yes, like he didn't go to the other troops and be like, you know, she's wrong, and like be a leader and
No.
like cause like a civil war, like
No.
nothing interesting like that.
Weak.
Just total backseat.
He let his girlfriend do it for him
Yes.
because he's weak.
Granted, his girlfriend is Supergirl,
He's a coward.
but we're talking about the cowardice and neuteredness.
Right. And we all
Mon-El.
know that he's gonna come back. Got sucked in a black hole. Obviously, he's not
That's
dead.
right. I forgot about that. I don't know. It's interesting because like I kind of want to know what's gonna happen to him. Like I want to see.
He
what
better
the-
come back like
Ow!
flying.
How could I not bring this up? The lead. They released lead in the atmosphere.
Oh.
I mean, didn't we have a huge controversy about there being lead back in the 90s in blinds and like how you can't have that because that's bad for humans? Like, so blinds that go in your window, like if there's lead
Yeah.
or lead paint, like you don't want houses with lead
No,
paint.
but they made it so it's not effective to humans.
That doesn't make sense. It's filling the whole freaking atmosphere.
They're
It's
smart.
filling the whole
They're
atmosphere.
smart though.
Oh
they
my! I
they
don't
thought
care.
about that.
It doesn't
They're
make
geniuses.
sense.
That's probably gonna be one of those things that, you know, is part of the finale, and it might not even get mentioned ever again.
Yep. I actually predict that this is my only Supergirl prediction. They will never mention that there's lead in the atmosphere.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
They won't.
Yeah,
They won't
that
at
is
all.
never. Otherwise, please don't give me a thumbs down for this. This is just me giving an honest opinion.
We're being honest here.
If you love Supergirl, keep loving it. Okay,
Yes.
there's things to like about the show.
Yes, there are.
Personally, I'm struggling with it, and I'm
It's
having a
hard.
hard time coming up with predictions because I don't.
Losing interest.
Yeah, well, like season 1 was interesting, and I was
Yeah.
interested for season 2. Season 2 killed my interest. I mean,
Yeah.
I will be there. Like, it hasn't done DC Legends of Tomorrow for me.
No, not
I'm
yet.
not done with Supergirl.
No.
I want to know where they're gonna go.
I'll give
but
it another shot.
yes,
There
that's.
were some things you found out the president's an alien.
You know what's funny? My Roku kept freaking out there,
Oh no.
so it jumped over
Oh no.
her whole explanation
Yeah.
as to why she's on Earth and how she became the president,
Yeah, she's the president.
and she's an alien.
She's an alien.
That like breaks the Constitution on
I
so
know,
many levels.
Yeah. She's not an American at all.
Oh,
but it's
my God.
okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yes.
We'll let it go on
Yes.
this one. But yeah, she's an alien, so that could go somewhere.
Yeah.
Miss Martian staying for a little while.
I don't know.
I don't know.
See, here's the thing. Martian Manhunter is probably my favorite part of Supergirl.
I like him a lot, actually.
But he has taken such a back seat in season 2.
I know! It's like, okay, so season finale, let's use him a little bit.
And I'm
like, he's almost as powerful as she is.
Yeah.
Like,
but is it because he's that powerful? Like, and I get it, it's Supergirl's show, so make the show about Supergirl.
Yeah.
But then don't introduce Martian Manhunter and make him like the second lead character.
it would probably be really easy for him to overshadow her
Yes.
if they, like, showed what he was capable of.
Because he's capable of a ton.
Yeah, he can do damage.
And I like the guy playing him. He's a great character. But it's like... because of his potential to overshadow Supergirl on a Supergirl show, and that I do get. If it's a show about Supergirl, you don't want Supergirl overshadowed. Like, if you brought Superman on The Flash...
Then don't introduce him!
Yeah, you don't want Superman to overpower The Flash and be the main thing when you're trying to do a show about The Flash. That's not what you want. You want it to be The Flash.
Yeah.
So if you're doing a Supergirl show, you can't overshadow Supergirl.
Right.
I'm all for that. Do not overshadow Supergirl. But like Jared just said, you don't bring in the Manhunter then. Make him a guest star every once in a while.
Me.
But he's
tempting me.
He's like the main character all the time and comes up with the dumbest reasons for not doing anything.
Yeah. And yet you're the most powerful probably on the team. What I kind of seems like every DC show, I'm all for teamwork. All for teamwork. It just seems like it's all like everyone's got their little, super friend
the DEO, and then everybody at Star Labs,
like,
and Team Arrow.
Okay,
you know why they do that? Because of Watchtower on Smallville. So because like Watchtower seemed to
You
work.
can never, ever, hear me right now. You cannot replicate Watchtower.
No.
You will never be able to. Leave it alone. I don't care if you are a DC. It's been done once.
Yep.
And it was good. Leave it alone. That's all I have to say.
Well, on that happy note, what are your thoughts on the CW shows, the Arrowverse? Do you like DC's Legends of Tomorrow? I know we had nothing to say about that show, but if you have something to say about it, don't be silent.
Yeah.
Say it.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, let's hear it. If you love Supergirl, I know we're not the biggest fans of it, but come on. Let's have a nice conversation about it. Wednesday, Cody Leach is going to join me for a State of the DCEU update. And we're going to talk about our feelings of the DCEU now, since Wonder Woman came out.
Which I'm seeing tomorrow.
Because, you should. We were very bleak, Cody and I, on DCEU.
Really?
But Wonder Woman has come out. Does that change everything? Find out when it posts here on Wednesday, so 3 p.m. Pacific time. So make sure you check that out on top of all the other fun things on this channel. Like and share this video. Thank you for checking out Derbania.